Chapter 5, Lesson 6. Now we're going to get into coordinate planes. Make sure you grab some graph paper before you continue with the video. Your graph paper will look similar to mine. This is called a coordinate plane. Write that word down. It is divided up into quadrants. Quadrants mean 4, quad. This is quadrant 1. We use Roman numerals. Quadrant 1. All of the coordinates in quadrant 1 are positive, positive. Quadrant 2, we go left. These coordinates are negative, followed by a positive. Quadrant 3, written that way. These coordinates are negative, negative, kind of looks like an owl. And quadrant 4, Roman numeral IV, that's 4. These are positive, negative. Put the comma in between your coordinate numbers. Let's graph a couple. So the coordinate pair for 2, 2. Both numbers are positive, so we always start at 0. That is called the origin. You go positive 2, so you go right and then up because it's positive, and you would write the coordinate 2, 2. For negative positive, start at the origin. Let's do negative 3, positive 5. This time, you're going to go left 3 because it's negative, back down the runway, and then before it takes off, you go all the way up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like the way this is numbered. 5. Okay? So this pair is negative 3, 5. Let's go green. We're going to do negative 4, negative 4. First coordinate is negative, so that means we go left 4. The second one is negative, which means we go down, turns into a submarine. There is negative 4, negative 4. And the last one, let's do 2, negative 3. First of the ordered pairs is positive 2, and then you go down 3. 1, 2, 3. So your point would be right there. That's 2, negative 3. So this is called a coordinate plane. It's divided up into quadrants. Each one has a different sign, and you need to label your coordinate pairs. On page 397, working on reflections on the coordinate plane. Reflections on the coordinate plane are basically opposites. So if you look at example number 3, name the ordered pair that is a reflection of negative 3, 2 across the x-axis. Remember, your x-axis goes across. So here's negative 3, 2. The opposite would be the opposite of positive 2. Your x-coordinates stay the same because we want to go across the x-axis. So it's still negative 3, but the second ordered pair would be negative 2. Look at the examples on the bottom. Name the ordered pair that is reflection across the x-axis, which means the x number stays the same. So the opposite of 1, negative 4 would be 1, positive 4. Reflection of negative 2, 5 would be negative 2. Your x stays the same, but the y turns to negative 5. For E, -3 stays the same, but the y coordinate changes to +1. Quick drawing. Here's -3, -1. That's my first coordinate. Here's my x-axis, so I want my point up here, which means my y coordinate needs to change, my second number. It can get a little confusing, so if you have to do the y-axis, the x coordinate changes. You'll get the hang of it. Next page on 398. Number 1, identify the ordered pair that names each point or name the name of each point. So T, finding T over here, I'm going to go left, -1.5. Then I'm going down, and it's right on -2. Draw your lines. It's easier to see. -1.5, 0. Once again, my first point is negative, so I go left, and then I don't go anywhere. Let me get rid of this. So that would be point K. If it's 0, you don't move. -2, +2.5. Left, 2, and then I'm going to go up 2.5. Look at your interval on your graph, and there's point B. Number 4, what is located at the reflection of -3, -4 across the y-axis? What are the coordinates of this location? So here's -3, and here's -4. So quadrant 3, left 3, down 4. If I'm going across the y-axis, that means my first number changes. So that becomes 3, -4. So you go right 3, down 4, and there's the gym. What is located at the reflection of the science labs across the x-axis? Get rid of this. Here's my science labs. -3, -2. I'm going to flip across the x-axis, which is right here. So that means my y coordinate changes. -3, +2. Left 3, up 2. There is the art studio. We could do a map of Warsaw Middle School this way. Take some practice. You'll get used to it. Don't get confused with reflections across the x and the y. You'll pick it up. That is lesson 6.